Hello guys, this is the Gaming Weasel back again with another video. In today's video I will be covering the Operation Orphix Venom and how to get Lavos, his signature weapons, and a lot of cool other things. Now starting off, two requirements that you need. You need to complete the Heart of Deimos and the War Within quests. And if you're a pretty old player, this shouldn't be really that hard to do, or if you already done it, you probably did. You will need one or two things, a necromech, or an amp, which you will probably have by this point. Now, if you don't have a necromech or you just have a really bad amp, there is a couple of necromechs that spawn at the start of the game or start of the mission, and there are three tiers of this mission. So there's low tier, high tier, and mid tier. At low tier, you need to reach 500 points, which you get a sigil for. You get at the second tier, you need to reach 1000. You get an Ayatan Ahemekar sculpture, which is fully filled out around 2600 endo. And at the third tier, the endurance tier, you will need to get 2000 points. You get an aura forma and a skin for your necromech. Now, I actually personally made an personalized amp just for this game mode because I find it pretty fun. Now, you might be asking, how do I get these points? Well, you get points by killing the Orphixes and just playing the game. Now, once you reach an Orphix, it will spawn these Orphix. I actually forgot the name of these little small Orphix, I guess, transmuters. Yeah, I think that's what they're called. And once you destroy those, the Orphix will be vulnerable. You hit it with your necromech or your amp, you will do some damage. It will close up again, spawn a couple of these Orphix transmuters again, destroy those, and destroy the Orphix itself. Now, you need to complete 3 to actually complete a wave. So that's the waves go A, B, C, of course. The drops will be on screen right about now for low tier, and then mid tier, and then high tier. And points are gained by destroying the Orphix, as I said. You gain around 300 points if I'm correct. It really depends on which tier you're playing, and what I would prefer is that you play the endurance one. Find a couple of teammates or just go into the recruiting chat. This will be really easy to do. I personally don't have a good enough operator. I die a lot, which you will see in the gameplay, but my amp is pretty good, so I don't really mind that. I do not have a necromech, neither do I like entering them in the game because they are pretty bad at doing damage and taking damage because they are unmodded. And one thing you have to keep an eye on is the sentient control, that if it reaches 100, the mission is done. You also earn points just by playing the mission with no Orphixes spawned. And you also gain a little bit by killing sentient enemies, which is pretty goddamn good. It's not that hard to actually play this game mode. My personal best, as you saw on the screen, was around 7000. That's just because we needed to leave because a friend needed to go somewhere. But it's not that hard doing the endurance run. The levels aren't that big, and it's honestly pretty fun. Now, what do you gain from this? You can gain, as you saw on the drops later, you can gain Lavos's parts, sorry, his signature weapons. You can gain Endo, you can gain also relics as well. And honestly, the drops are pretty good. I've been decently lucky with them. I got a couple of Lavos's parts, which I sadly do not need, but I did get his signature weapon parts, which are really good. And of course, once you finish this, you will get something called phasic cells. Now, these phasic cells are used to buy stuff from Father in the Necrolist. Now, once you consider you did complete the Heart of Deimos quest, which is required, as I said, you can go to Father, which you'll see on the screen right now, and you will be able to trade in your phasic cells for items such as arcanes, some weapons, Lavos's parts, Lavos's weapons, necromech weapons, and mods as well. There's a lot of good stuff to get here, so if I were you, I would farm the phasic cells. Now, one thing that I really like about this, you don't actually have to play this like 24/7, this game mode, or the operation, whatever you call it. If you, for example, get Lavos's blueprint, then Neuroptics and chassis, and you need the systems and you're trying and you can get it, you can just go to Father, trade in, I think it's around 2,000 or 1,000 basic cells, and then just get it from there, which is really nice. I love that feature, and it really makes farming him much easier. You can of course get his alternative helmet as well. You can get a decent amount of stuff here. I mean, you saw it on the screen what you can get. I'm personally gonna be probably putting my basic cells inside of arcanes, because I never really got big into arcanes, but I will be getting in now, consider I'll be farming these basic cells a lot. So that is pretty much the gist of it. You just have to destroy the Orphixes and destroy the little nodes that they spawn, and then earn points. Now, basic cells are awarded with, I think it's 10 to 1 if I'm correct. So for example, let's say you'd have 3,000 points. You will get 300 basic cells. Let's say you have 3,800. You will get 380 basic cells. So you get the gist of it. It's pretty easy to farm these. As I said, staying 8,000 points in, or maybe 9,000, isn't that hard, and getting 900 is a decent sum of basic cells. So that is basically it. In short terms, you enter this game mode, preferably the endurance run with people that you know or people that you find in the recruiting chat. You destroy the Orphixes, their little spawnlings, I guess, and then earn points. Do as much as you possibly can. Try not to get the sentient control above 50. Now, multiple can spawn. I forgot to say that. So multiple Orphixes can spawn, which will be a little bit of a problem, because the sentient control will go up. So try to keep one Orphix at a time, considering you do earn extra points if there are no Orphixes spawning. And once you feel you're ready and your team is done, you just leave. And if you didn't get the port that you needed, you just go to Father in the Necrolist and buy anything from him that you wanted. And that is basically it. Honestly, I do love this game mode. It's pretty fun for a player like me, who mostly doesn't really get into open worlds in Warframe. I did mostly everything in the game, every single quest I have completed, every single Warframe I have. I have 95% of the weapons, and this is a breath of fresh air for me, in my honest opinion. So hope you guys enjoyed. If there's anything I missed, I'll leave in the comment section below for the other players to read about. And I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.